I'm going to explain to you how we can improve resilience and reduce any type of stress and anxiety in this video. First of all, do you know how we experience stress? Whenever something happens that we perceive as out of our control, negative thoughts arise and they develop negative emotions in our mind, and this time our body is giving the stress response to fight with this situation. There are two types of stress. When the stress is at optimum level, it makes us perform better. So that is called as good stress or eustress, which is really required and necessary for us to be alive. And the other type of stress is when the stress limit or the negative thoughts and emotions cross a certain limit of patience or durability of a human being, then it becomes distress. And this distress it causes a lot of adverse impacts on our physiology and mind. So the typical effects we know as the distress causes problems in digestion, in sleep, many other negative impacts on our body and mind. So what do we do about it? So to tackle with this stress, to improve our stress management ability and to reduce any type of stress and anxiety. It could be academic stress, it could be personal stressors, or maybe corporate other professional stressors, anything. So all types of stresses and all types of anxieties can be reduced very effectively by the very popular and tried and tested methods of exercise, and that too the exercise of yoga, yogasan, pranayam, which is breathing exercise, and dhyan or meditation. As we all know, yoga is the exercise for the equilibrium between mind and body. It gives us flexibility of body and mind both, and it also balances the entire metabolism and also our mental functions. So yoga is good that way. It gives us agility and also mental and physical strength. Pranayam is a breathing exercise where we control and regulate and change our breaths in certain ways. You know that there are pranayams like Brahmari pranayam, there is Bhasrika, there is Kapalabhati. So when we are regulating, controlling and changing our breaths, there is a lot of research which suggests that we are also able to control and change our thoughts. What we need to do is to become first of all aware of our thoughts. We need to make a decision that the thoughts are not helping me, they are not useful to me. So we should take a pause here and we should turn away from these negative thoughts and replace them with more positive, optimistic and productive thoughts. So we need also to understand what are the productive thoughts for me. So this insight also develops through these three exercises. The third one is meditation or dhyan, and there are multiple benefits. First of all, it calms us down. And the major benefit is being mindful. It trains us to be mindful, that is being able to live in the present moment, to live in the here and now, which is so important to reduce stress and not to have those thoughts of anxiety and stress, which are very unnecessary and unwanted. So these three exercises are very helpful. There are common benefits of all these three. So the first one is about hormones. When we are experiencing stress and anxiety, our body releases lot of stress hormones, which are negative hormones, and these hormones create those adverse effects which we discussed earlier. So when we are doing yoga, pranayam and meditation, our body is releasing only positive hormones, and positive hormones like dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, etc. These hormones give us very good feelings, the feelings of being happy, being satisfied, being at peace of mind, and a general blissful state when we are most aware, we are most productive, very creative, we are learnable, we are receptive to new knowledge. So this is the first common benefit, and the second one is about brain waves. So there are 5 types of brain waves. alpha, beta, gamma, theta and delta. These are the brain waves which are typical mind and body's conditions or states, and we go through these 5 states of mind and body every day naturally. The alpha wave state is a particular one, and that is good because in that state we are the most alert and the most relaxed at the same time. Our focus is at our best, and also we are relaxed so that we don't have the unwanted, unnecessary mind wandering at that time. Now this alpha state happens just before we sleep at night and just after we get up in the morning. So these are the 2 times that are good for students to study the difficult subjects, and also if they want to rote learn some topics or some material, they can do this. And what happens is, when you do your learning at this time, alpha wave time, the input directly goes into our subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind keeps processing on that input throughout the night when we are asleep, and that is how the matter is understood better by us, and also it consolidates into very stronger and longer memory. So these are the 2 benefits. This alpha wave state can be attained through meditation. So there is specific alpha wave music, alpha wave meditation which is available on the internet, all free of cost. So you can type in the keywords from this video of mine and you will find plenty of material there which you can use while you are studying, while you are exercising, or in general if you play the relaxing, soothing music throughout the day in your home. I think it will help each and every person in the home to be very relaxed, calm, and think more positively. And through these adverse times of COVID-19, I think we all should make use of these techniques to have more mental strength and to be very optimistic and to create a better reality for all of us. Thank you so much.